Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a different kind of video. I have been seeing a lot of these videos on YouTube and I felt inspired to create my own. So this is going to be a pick a card reading, and the question for this reading is, what do they think of when they think of me? So my intention in creating this pick a card reading is regarding a romantic interest that you have. So it could be anyone. It could be an ex, it could be someone that you're currently seeing or dating or in a relationship with. It could be someone that you maybe aren't having like a deeper connection with, but you're interested in. It could be anyone, but the intention is for it to be a romantic interest. So what I want you to do is just pick one group of cards. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. So just go ahead and pick a deck. If you need to pause it and think about it for a little bit, that's fine. And I'll post the timestamps for the groups, the readings I'll post them below in the comment section or in the description. We'll see. But yeah, go ahead and pick your group. And if you've picked group 1, we're going to go ahead and get started. So, group 1, what does your person of interest think of when they think of you? Let's see. So we have Angel of Strength so far, Deception, the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, so we have 2 8s already, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and then I'm going to look at these in a little bit, or actually, okay, so when this person thinks of you, I'm going to probably take a few seconds just to look at the cards and reflect on them. So if you want to skip a few seconds ahead, that's fine. Something I will say though with this group, it happened with group 3 as well. It didn't happen with group 2. When I was when I initially decided to do this pick a card reading, I was using the Dark Angels Tarot as like maybe more like darker energies that they might think of, or maybe like negative qualities that they might think of, or negative things. And my intention was to only pick 2 cards, but for some reason for y'all's group, I was intending to pick out one, like the second card, and another card came with it. So it was either the Ace of Cups or the Two of Cups, but already this is telling me I feel like they think of this deep love that y'all had, but I almost feel like it ended up being something that either they weren't expecting, or you weren't expecting, or neither of y'all were expecting, because this card says love that you are different right here. Oops. It says love that you are different, and this creature is like really unique and different looking, but we also have the card of deception. So I almost feel like they saw you as like this really deep or interesting, unique person, someone who is very different, and someone who had a lot of confidence too, like someone who was very confident, like kind of a strong personality, strong persona type of person. But I'm almost getting that it's not that it was a mask that you wore, but I feel like maybe something happened to where you had to like show more of your true colors or your true self, who you were. And I feel like maybe it had something to do with like this deeper, more feminine, emotional side of you, and it kind of it almost made them feel like maybe you just weren't what they expected, I guess. Or maybe if they don't know you very well, if this is someone, if you're watching this video for someone where they, like, this is true, if this is resonating with you, then this is probably someone that you're either with or you've already been with. But if this is someone new, then they feel like maybe you haven't been fully 100% honest with them about something. And it's not even that you're like lying intentionally or something, but I almost feel like they sense like something deep within you. And I almost feel like maybe you try to hide it in a way. Like maybe you're the type of person who maybe you're a very emotional person, but you always try to come across as someone who's very like together, like you have your shit together, you're confident, you don't really need anyone to take care of you. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who's very like independent, but I almost feel like they love that you're unique in your own way, but they also might feel like sometimes you might hide something. And I also feel like they want to tell you that. If this doesn't relate with you, then this is them feeling that towards you too. Like they feel passionate energy towards you. Like they see you as someone who's unlike anyone they've ever met before, and this makes them want to come towards you. And it's also like, it's very passionate is what I'm getting. But I also feel like they don't really know how to communicate this to you. They don't really know how to communicate how they feel about you. So they might come across as someone who's just, you know, retreating from you all the time, or they see you like this. Like they don't really know what to think of you, and in a way it kind of causes them to not know how to act around you, and maybe put up a little bit of an act around you because they don't know how to communicate how you feel, because maybe in some way they don't always know how you feel either. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but this group almost feels like it's like a mixture. Well, this is a collective reading, so I could be tapping into like, you know, different scenarios and different people but who are watching this, but this group kind of has like a mix. Like it's like there's deep love here, but the fact that this showed up, that this like deep love showed up in this deck, like this tarot deck, and not this tarot deck, it says something more about like the feelings part here. It's either that the feelings haven't really been like communicated, they haven't been known, or that this is like a past energy, you know, like they remember that y'all shared this. But in a way, I'm getting that, I don't know, I almost feel like something was revealed too. If this is like a past energy, maybe something was revealed. And the Page of Swords, it also kind of points to someone who might be kind of harsh with words. So maybe that's what this energy is. You know, things were said, the truth was revealed of something, true colors were shown, and it caused people to retreat. So they might also see you as someone who's retreated from them, if this is resonating with you. And maybe someone who doesn't want to come back into a partnership, who seems just fine by themselves. But overall, like positively, I'm getting that you might be someone, again, like they think of you as someone who's very unique, has a lot of ideas, has a lot of confidence, a lot of ideas, a lot of creative ideas, maybe a lot of things that you're working on creatively. Like they think of you as someone who's almost like, I'm getting like a vibe of like I don't know why, for some reason the sign Gemini is coming to my mind. I'm not saying that you're a Gemini or that the person you're watching this for is a Gemini, but for some reason I'm getting that type of energy with this, with the Page of Swords, and then just like the unique card and the bear with its creativity. And it also says nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. I almost feel like they see you as someone who is kind of nurturing and is very sweet, who enjoys like doing things, almost like creative things, or working on their like aesthetic or something. Someone who dresses very like has a very unique style, who likes to indulge in like the finer things of life type of things. But overall, someone who's very independent, very strong, confident on their own, but also maybe might hide how he or she feels, or maybe isn't always clear with what they think, so it causes them to feel uncertain of how they feel or think. So, well, let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. I know this one was kind of all over the place. Hopefully you still liked it. Hopefully some of it resonated with you. Yeah. Someone who doesn't back down from what they enjoy or what they believe in. But maybe it's like when it comes to your actual feelings of love and romance, like maybe they see you as the type of person that will not back down from saying what they think in anything. Like if someone asks you your opinion of something, like you will say it. And you don't really like care if someone gets offended, but when it comes to admitting your feelings for someone that you actually like, it's like, no, like who knows what you feel or think. And maybe they think that about you. They see you as someone who's really unique and different and cool and interesting, but it's almost like they don't really know what you think. So that's probably the main thing that crosses their minds. They probably wonder what crosses your mind too. So that's what I'm getting for this group overall. And that they want to see more of that too. They want to see more of the good of you, and they want to let you know how they feel, and they want you to tell them how you feel. Hopefully that resonates with somebody out there. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting from this group. I'm going to move on to group number 2. Okay, if you picked group number 2, this is what the person you are inquiring about thinks of you, or thinks when they think of you, when you cross their minds. This is group number 2. Okay, I switched it out because this is actually group number 2. Okay. Ooh. Okay, wow. I feel like this is like pretty positive. I feel like they see you as like, okay, I don't know if you're a female watching this. If you are though, they kind of see you as like this, like, what is that word? Ethereal? I don't even know if that's the right word to use for this. For some reason, that's the word that just popped into my head. But they see you because we have like interesting colors going on. We have 3 cards that have like blue white colors right here. And this is relating to the 6th chakra. And this is all about like your third eye chakra, your higher intuition. And I feel like they see you as someone who lives in that energy. Like the bat says, you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. So if this is someone that you were with and you're not with anymore, I almost feel like they see you as someone who's moved on, and like you're on your own now. They see you as someone who isn't really focused on them anymore. And they might wonder why. They might wonder why. They almost feel like, because we have attraction in reverse, I feel like they probably wonder if you're attracted to them still or not, or if you're still interested in them. And I also feel like they think that you're very sweet and caring and nurturing, because we have the Queen of Cups here and we have Follow the Moon right here. So I feel like they see you as someone who does that, who really lives. Like, you might be someone who's into, like, you know, like if you're watching this, so you're obviously into tarot, so they might see you as someone who does, you know, spiritual, psychic things like this. Like, you're someone who is very intuitive and maybe does a lot of spiritual work, is into astrology or tarot or crystals or chakra healing, all of that, like, you know, the metaphysical type of stuff. They see you as someone who's like that, and they see you as someone who also has, like, knowledge of that and wisdom of that. They see you as someone, they almost want to turn to you for this higher knowing and also for comfort. And I feel like they miss that about you. If this is someone that you were with, they miss that about you. I also feel like, but they see you as someone who's okay on their own. And I feel like it might bother them. Like, it kind of hurts them and bugs them that you seem like you're okay on your own. That you don't, like, you're not held back by them anymore. I feel like they see you now as someone who is living out a big part of their true potential and what they have to offer the world. And I feel like they wonder if you're blocking them out, or they feel like they have to block you out in a way, or maybe they're fighting it. They're probably trying to come to their own conclusions of something as well. Like, they're trying to understand something and maybe get to the level that you're at, but I feel like it's hard for them to, because the fact that they see you like this and they're not really there, it kind of hurts them. And I feel like they miss having that side of you in their lives. Like, they miss having you to not, like, rely on or depend on, but, like, as someone to go to help them through things that they might go through. If that makes sense. You know, like, maybe they went to you for, like, advice or guidance or some kind of, like, you know, just comfort or reassurance. And I feel like, you know, they got that from you. They see you as this individual who's like that, who's really living in, like, in a very spiritually awakened state, and they miss that about you. I don't know why. This one kind of seems sadder than group number 1, because I feel like there's been some kind of, like, conclusion to this connection, and I feel like they feel it too, and you might feel it too. Like, you might still be curious, but I feel like you might not even be, like, as confident as they see you as, but this is how they see you, and in a way it's still, you know, it still kind of hurts them. So, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else that I'm picking up on. I feel like they see you as very feminine. Even if you are a man watching this, they see you as a man who's, like, in touch with his femininity and in touch with, like, his nurturing side. And also a man who's, like, sure of himself in that state. And a woman who's just, you know, naturally feminine, but also confident and can be alone and doesn't mind being alone without, you know, your person of interest, whoever you're watching this video for. I feel like they see you as someone who's very deep, someone who probably thinks a lot, like existential things. Yeah. I think that's all I'm getting from group number 2. So I'm going to move on to the last group, group number 3. Hopefully that resonated with someone out there. Hopefully you liked it. Okay, group number 3. If you picked group number 3, this is what your person of interest thinks of when they think of you. Before I start this deck, I need a sip of water. And I also have to say that some weird things happened while I was shuffling for this group. So this group, I'm really interested in what the cards have to say for this group, because yeah, how group number 1, I intended to only, I don't know if any of you who picked group number 3 saw group number 1's, but my intention was to pick only a certain number of cards for each deck that I'm using. But for group number 1, 3 cards instead of 2 came out of one of my decks when I had intended to only pick 2. And the same thing happened with this group for not only that one deck, but 2 other decks. And while I was shuffling, some cards flipped out, which didn't happen for the other 2 groups. So I just felt like this one already automatically kind of had like an energy that was like, need to get this message out there to whoever's going to pick group number 3. So let's see what they have to say. Okay. So, what does this person think of when they think of you? Okay, this is pretty intense. So I feel like, again, I feel like this is someone who's moved away from you. I feel like this is someone who first of all, they do have a lot of love for you. We'll just get that right off the bat. But I also feel like, okay, this is just a trigger warning. I'm just gonna say it like it is, because this is what the cards are showing. But I almost feel like you hurt them, or they were hurt by the connection, and they have to move away from you. And I feel like now when they think of you in like a past sense. They think of you, okay, I'm getting 2 different things. One, they think of you as like a past sense, like they're moving away from you. I almost feel like y'all's relationship or connection, whatever y'all were in, I feel like not that it I don't, again, trigger warning, but I'm just saying it like it is. But I feel like the connection kind of held them back from what they wanted to do in life, or where they felt like they were headed on their journey, or their purpose of life, whatever that may be. Because I'm getting like the Hierophant, 8 of Swords, and then the 10 of Cups. But again, this is like darker energy. I feel like it just wasn't, like it wasn't everything that they wanted, you know? They didn't have the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is like ultimate emotional fulfillment, and I'm getting that the relationship, the commitment, didn't give them that. And I feel like they felt kind of trapped. And now when they think of you, they don't feel trapped anymore. Like they feel like they're moving on. And that could be it. It could also be like they're moving on to try to find their own abundance. Maybe they're working in the material world, they're working hard at their jobs, their careers, or they're trying to build some kind of foundation or stability for themselves. We have 2 and 3. That's interesting. It's like they're starting this journey to get to this abundance, to get to their actual emotional fulfillment of this, the 10 of Cups. But so that could be it. The other thing that I'm getting is that they see you as someone who's who is doing this, who's moved away from them. You know what I mean? Like, they see you as you literally packed your bags and you moved away from them. I feel like, though, there's love there. There was love there. There still is love there. And I feel like if this is, regardless of who it is that's moving away, this cup is mutual. And it's also, it's not just a cup of love for each other. It's also something that you're trying to find for yourselves. Like, both of y'all are seeking this kind of self-love, and I feel like y'all almost, they feel like they had to step away in order to get this. And I also feel like, in a way, they had to step away to realize what they really want as well. And yeah, this doesn't have to indicate you. If you are a woman or you identify with the Queen of Swords energy, this doesn't have to be you. It could be either one of y'all. You know, this could just be the energy that y'all were in, because the Queen of Swords reversed is a harsh energy, not a nice energy. But this could also just be, because we also have the High Priestess in reverse, this could also just be that neither of y'all were seeing clearly of the actual connection that y'all were in. Like, they don't really know, they don't really have a clear sense of this, but I feel like they're trying to find it, you know, like they're looking for it. They're trying to find some kind of clarity to what the hell happened with y'all, you know, why y'all even came together in the first place. But I feel like deep down, what they might hide is that they actually do want this 10 of Cups with you. And I feel like, in a way, they might be sad that it didn't work out with you, but it's also like they have to find that for themselves. You know, for some of you, it could be that they feel like they didn't have this, so they have to move away from you. For others, it could be that they do want this, and they might not be with you now. You know, they might be going on their separate journeys, but eventually, or maybe deep down, they still hope and wish that they could have this with you. But I'm getting that this lack of clarity, it just doesn't really help the situation. Like, it's like they're not seeing things clearly, basically, is what I'm getting. They also, though, I feel like they have a strong friendship with you. They see you as a good friend. They see you as someone who has given them good advice or has helped them out through some things. They also see, but they might feel like y'all don't share the same values in life. So maybe y'all disagree a lot. Maybe that's why that Queen of Swords came up. You know, like, there's so much love there, but sometimes y'all don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. So that's that lack of clarity again. And then we have the Badger here that says, abandon compromise and fight valiantly or valiantly for what you believe in. So yeah, maybe that was maybe that was the Queen of Swords with the High Priestess, both in reverse. You know, they might see it as something that they have to move away from, or you have to move away from. That's what they think of, because in a way, it's like y'all kind of had to, because maybe y'all just didn't share the same values, but neither of y'all wanted to give that up, which nobody should anyways. So that's kind of what they think of. But I feel like, you know, how I said deep down they wanted this, like the 10 of Cups with you, I feel like that's why they think of investing in that still. Because we have the Beaver, which says investing in home comforts provides security and family togetherness. I also feel like when they think of you, they do think of this for some of you. They think of it either could be that this was lacking in y'all's connection, or that they had this and this is what they miss, you know. But in a way, because the values weren't there, or maybe it was too much of a commitment at that time, it caused feelings of being trapped, you know, not being able to move forward in life on your own specific journey. But if they did feel this with you, whatever's resonating with you, they felt like you were family to them. You were a friend and family to them. They also feel like you're like home to them, you know, like you provided them with a security and a comfort to them. And if you have like children together, that could be it, you know, they like you really are their family. You'll have a family together and they want to invest in that. But I'm also getting that they're working towards that themselves. You know, they're working on this full Ace of Cups. They're working towards that. They're trying to find this abundance for themselves, and it might be through work. It probably is something internal though. You know, even if it is something that they're trying to manifest in the real world, it's stemming from inside. And I feel like its connection to you is that they're working on this so that they can have this abundance with you in the end, or in the long run, in the future. You know, hopefully it'll happen. That's what they think of when they think of you. They think of this like this working towards a future goal with you, like an end result with you. And if not, if it doesn't have to do with you now, it could be their own, you know, their own home and separate and future, their own home and future separate from you. Sorry, I can't talk. And they might, you know, I feel like they probably go to their friends too. That's what this card could indicate, that they probably go to their friends a lot to ask about, you know, what do you think of this? Or, you know, what should I do about this? Because again, they don't really have the clarity on this. They can't really make a decision, you know? Maybe they want to move forward, but maybe they're stuck. That could be why this Eight of Swords is coming up as well. Because maybe they think of, wow, I really want to move forward and I want to move on with my life, but I can't. So, because, again, there's still love there, like I said. There's still something there. They can't because, you know, again, you're their family, you're their home. Maybe they have a family with you. Maybe they don't want to leave because it would be like leaving all of this that they put all this work and effort into. And if not, that's just the feeling that you give them, and they feel like they don't want to leave that. They feel very tied to this commitment. So I know this one, I know you were born to create too. And I feel like maybe this is something that they're learning for themselves and that they've learned about you too. See, because this looks like the dragon is holding the egg. I don't think it's an egg. Yeah, it is an egg. Sorry. But it, like, the dragon is like holding the egg and it's like glowing. So egg, literally family. They want to create this with you, but it's like they're working towards that and they're trying to figure out if this, one, is even the right thing that they should be doing and going after, and two, how to do that, you know, how to free themselves so that they can actually do this, either with you or on their own. You know, if they can actually like figure this out and come back to you, or continue to be with you and work on it with you, or if they can just completely move on and do this on their own, you know, separate from you, like moving on basically. Because I feel like they feel like they're born to create something, you know, and they want to create their own abundance. They want to work on that. And I also feel like they see you as someone who is very creative as well, who kind of has like a deeper like intuition for things. Like can kind of for some reason, like I'm thinking of Taurus energy. I don't even know if that, like a Taurus moon, I don't know if that's significant to anybody out there. Maybe it's not, but for some reason I'm getting like that type of energy, like that type of like a fertile abundance type of energy, like you can just create, like almost like earthy though. Like they see you as someone who's like that, who has that ability, and also that they want to create something for themselves. They want to manifest their desires and their dreams into reality regarding, you know, their future stability, their future foundation. Yeah. So there's kind of some intense energy there. I feel like this one probably wasn't like well, I don't know. I don't know how y'all took it, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else there. Yeah, I think that's all I'm getting for this group. I know this was my first pick a card reading, so hopefully it wasn't too all over the place. I feel like I just have a different way of reading than other people, but hopefully it made sense to some of you out there. Hopefully it resonated a little bit. I know some of them were kind of all over the place, but that's because I was just getting a lot of messages. You know, I don't have any of y'all in front of me to confirm or deny anything, so I just have to go with what I feel. So, but yeah, if you actually did like it, let me know, and I would be happy to do some more of these because I really like watching them. And if you really liked the way I did mine, let me know. So, yeah, thank you for watching today. Hope you like your reading, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.